I am Manikandan, Assistant Professor, EEE Department, Arunachala College of Engineering for Women. Today I am going to discuss about permanent magnet moving coil instruments. What is the basic principle of PMMC instrument means? When a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field means the conductor experiences a mechanical force. The principle is used in the DC motor. The same principle is used here. So consider the diagram. There are two electromagnets, north pole and south pole. So center part consider one coil. So battery is connected. When the current flow through the conductor and the conductor is placed in between the magnetic field, a force will be developed in the conductor. It start to rotate. Okay, this force is called as torque. So here the direction of force is given by Fleming's left hand rule. So what by Fleming's left hand rule means stretch the three fingers of the left hand, thumb finger, forefinger and middle finger. The thumb finger indicates the direction of the force and the forefinger indicates the magnetic field direction. The middle finger indicates the direction of the current. So what is the basic principle? Yeah, already I said here what do you mean by PMMC? Why it is called as PMMC instrument means here the magnet is permanent. Okay, it does not move but the coil is moving. The magnet is permanent and the coil is moving. So it is called as permanent magnet moving coil instruments. The basic principle is D'Arsonval principle. That is the amount of force experienced by the coil is proportional to the current passing through the coil. So next the construction and working. So the first diagram which indicates the side view of the PMMC instrument. The second diagram indicates the top view of the permanent magnet moving coil instrument. So what are the main parts means permanent magnet that is given by north pole, south pole. The center part it consists of core. The core is wounded with the coil and former. The moving coil is either rectangular or circular in shape. It has number of turns of fine wire. The coil is suspended so that it is free to turn about its vertical axis. The coil is placed in uniform, horizontal and radial magnetic field of a permanent magnet in the shape of a horseshoe. The iron core is spherical if coil is circular and is cylindrical if the coil is rectangular. So the center part, the moving coil is connected to the spindle. The spindle which carries the pointer. Again, consider the diagram. There is one scale mirror which is used to reduce the parallax error. So the coil, when the current flow through the coil and the coil is placed between the two electromagnet, a force will be developed. This force is called as deflecting torque. Due to this, the pointer start to move over the scale and it indicates the quantity to be measured. They indicate the quantity to be measured. So these are the main parts and this is the working principle of permanent magnet moving coil instruments. So this is the explanation. The moving coil is either rectangular or circular shape. It has number of turns of fine wire. The iron core is spherical if the coil is circular and is cylindrical if the coil is rectangular. Due to iron core, the deflating torque increases. Controlling torque is provided by spring control. The point is connected to the spindle and it moves over a uniformly graduated scale. So mainly there are three types of torque. First one is the deflecting torque, second one is the controlling torque and third one is the damping torque. So first I have explained about the deflecting torque, second one is the controlling torque. So controlling torque or controlling force is the opposing force required by an indicating instrument in order that the current to be measured produces deflection of the pointer proportional to its magnitude. So mainly the controlling torque is provided by two Passbar Brown's hair springs. Here controlling force is the opposing force recorded by an indicating instrument. It produces deflection of the pointer proportional to its magnitude. Third one is the damping torque. So when a deflection force is applied to the moving system, it deflects and it should come to rest at a position where the deflecting force is balanced by the controlling force. The deflection and controlling force are produced by the systems which have inertia, and therefore the moving system cannot immediately settle at its final position, but overshoots or swings ahead of it. So in order to bring the pointer to rest within short time, damping system is provided which produces damping forces. So there are mainly the three types of torque, that is deflecting torque, controlling torque and damping torque. Next one is the torque equation. So the deflecting torque, which is indicated by TD, which is equal to NBAI, where N is equal to number of turns of the coil, B is equal to flux density in the air gap, Weber per meter square. A is equal to effective coil area in meter square, I is equal to current in the moving coil in ampere. So we can also write TD is equal to G into I, where G is equal to NBA. The three parameters are taken as the constant. Again, the controlling torque is provided by the springs and is proportional to angular deflection of the pointer. So the controlling torque is indicated by TC, which is equal to K into theta, where K is equal to spring constant, Newton meter per radian. TC is equal to controlling torque. Theta is equal to angular deflection. The final steady state position, the two torque will become equal. Deflecting torque is equal to controlling torque. So Gi is equal to K into theta. From the equation, we can write theta is equal to G by K into I. Otherwise, I is equal to K by G into theta. Advantages: it has uniform scale, it has high accuracy, it consumes less power, instrument is free from hysteresis error, extension of instrument range is possible. Thank you.